Should I put it in a bow, or is it going to look like I'm a Christmas present?
I think
Hi everyone, welcome back to Superdrug TV. I'm Lucy Flight, your host for this week's episode. Before we get into it, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Coming up today, we look back at some vintage makeup trends from the past. And we learn some top tips on how to save the pennies. First up, it's time to look back at some vintage makeup trends from the past.
Hi Superdrug TV, my name's Amy Twist and I'm a professional makeup artist. I'm here to talk to you about some vintage makeup trends that are making a comeback. Every decade serves us an iconic beauty look, which all come back around. I've been a makeup artist for 6 years. I'm definitely influenced by my mum's makeup in the 90s, and that's definitely come back around in the last few years. The first trend is blue eyeshadow. I have the Revolution Forever Flawless Ice palette, which has a lovely range of different blues in it. I actually remember wearing a lot of blue eyeshadow when I was at school. Probably shouldn't have, but it was definitely a trend amongst me and my friends. Believe it or not, this was a trend in the 80s, but it's making a comeback now with a lot of Y2K fashion coming back into style. People are doing it with a bit more of a frosty look. But if you wanted to wear it a bit more wearable, you could just add a little bit either under the eye or just as a liner, just for a little hint of colour. I like to just take a little bit and just very lightly add it in. You can really blend this through. It doesn't have to be super bold. And I just like to blend that in with the rest of my eyeshadow. And that sort of creates a little bit of a blue icy hue. And then you just blend it through with your finger and it's a much more subtle light blue look. And that's how you do it. Next up, we have brown lip liner. This was an iconic look in the 90s with the original supermodels, including Cindy Crawford, all rocking this look. The new version can be super versatile with either the original kind of crisp look, or you can opt for a more ombre or blended look. This shade is one of my favourites. This is the Cappuccino lip liner from Rimmel. It's a really nice brown, it's not too heavy and it works on a range of different skin tones. So what I like to do is apply to the Cupid's bow and the bottom lip line and just blend that through. And what that will do is create a lip contour that isn't too defined, and you can apply any lipstick or lip gloss on top of that without it looking too heavy. Next up, we have Heavy Blush. This is a liquid blush by MUA Cosmetics. It can be really bold, but you can really blend this one out quite a bit. I'm just going to show you what it comes out like. You want to start off quite small with this look because, as you can see, it's quite pigmented. I would start off with a small amount because you might end up looking a little bit like a clown if you apply it like I have on my wrist. In the past, intensely pigmented blush was seen as a sign of wealth. For a modern twist, I think this look should be paired with really natural skin, and then I would just take a little fluffy brush like this, buff it off onto the back of my hand, and then I would just take a little bit and quite subtly apply it. I like a little bit on the nose as well, because it can make you look nice and sun-kissed. And just take what you need from the back of your hand, and then you get a nice little sun-kissed look. Next up, we have the thin brow trend. Thin brows have been popular since the 1920s, but really made a comeback in the 90s with supermodels and the likes of Pamela Anderson all rocking the look. I personally really like this trend, as you can probably tell. If you want to participate in this trend, I very much suggest getting this done by a professional. You can go to any Superdrug beauty studio to get this done. You can also use these tweezers in between appointments just to pluck those little stray hairs out. Lastly, we have pink lips. This was a trend in the early 2000s, think Barbie pastel pinks. This shade by L'Oreal in the Color Riche collection, Rose Tundra, might have butchered that, but anyway, is perfect for the look. I would wear this look with the brown lip liner that I'm already wearing. I just like to press that into the lips like this. And because you've got that brown lip there, it doesn't look too scary. This makes it a lot more wearable than your usual really vibrant pink look, because that's not really for everybody. And that's it. Those are my top 5 vintage trends. If you liked any of these products, you can shop them in the links below. Thanks, Superdrug TV. Bye.
Here at Superdrug TV, we are so aware that the cost of living at the moment is just crazy. So it's time to hear some money-saving tips to save the pennies wherever possible.
Hi Superdrug TV, I'm Claire Steele, a financial coach and founder of the My Frugal Year Instagram account. I know we're all very aware of how expensive life is getting right now, and it's easy to feel down about money as we head into winter. But as a budget expert, I'm here to help, answering some of those big questions and giving you some tips to help you all to make the most of your money this winter. If there's one thing we can all do to keep costs as low as possible at the moment, it's to focus on the stuff that actually brings value to our lives and look to cut out the waste. Consider the staples that make your life easier or more enjoyable, and then, after essential bills of course, prioritise those. Most of us waste so much money on products we never use or subscriptions we keep forgetting to cancel. This is the spending that you want to cut out. Some of my best tips for saving money without big sacrifices are: number 1, keep a spending log or diary, even just for a few weeks. You can either do this manually or using the budgeting app, but it should give you an idea of where you're overspending so that you can make the necessary cuts. Number 2 is to create a savings pot or allowance specifically for spending on enjoyment. This helps you both to control what you spend on luxuries and also to feel less guilty about what you do spend on looking after yourself. Number 3 is, when considering a purchase or any convenience spending, things like takeaways or taxis, etc., think about how long you would need to work for in order to pay for it. So for example, if a takeaway is going to cost you around 3 hours worth of work, is it worth it? Sometimes the answer is yes, but it's a really useful way to reframe your spending. Number 4 is to give yourself time when shopping, especially online. It can be really helpful to step away from impulse purchases and give yourself a day or two to really think about it. Number 5 is to use roundups or auto saving to boost your savings. These features are available either through your banking app or purpose-built saving apps, and they siphon off small amounts of money which you often won't notice, but which soon add up to a really nice pot of savings. And number 6 is, if you do get an unexpected windfall or pay rise, make sure that your money's working for you rather than just disappearing on miscellaneous spending. Set up a standing order to your savings for the extra amount and then forget about it until you need it. Beauty is a really important form of self-care for lots of us, and it doesn't have to cost a fortune. Here are a few ways to save money on your beauty regime. Number 1, give yourself an allowance to spend on your full winter skincare kit so that you don't keep picking up bits and pieces throughout the season, as this can really add up. You could even plan to do this for every season and add it to your budget. Number 2, pretend that you're running out. Most products only need to be used in really low volumes, so reduce the amount that you use each time and you'll notice a big difference in how long those products last. Number 3, write a list of what you need and then buy it online at superdrug.com. There's free click and collect within 30 minutes to your local store, and then free delivery if you spend over £25 or £15 if you have a Superdrug health and beauty card. 4, get yourself a health and beauty card for lower member prices, a treat every Thursday, birthday treats, points earned on every transaction online and in store, and much more. You can even pay with a mixture of cash and points, so you don't have to wait ages to redeem your savings. And that's it from me, guys. I hope this has been useful and these tips will help you this winter. Thanks so much, Superdrug TV. Bye.
And don't forget, it's so quick and easy to sign up for your very own health and beauty card in store or online now, and you can start saving immediately. That's it for today, guys. Join me again next week where we'll be talking about fragrances. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye.